My name's Ayla. I try to be a good person. Here are my thoughts. So here we are in the midst of the novel coronavirus pandemic. Actually, things almost seem a little too normal here. Stuff hasn't really hit where I live yet. My family, we've been trying to take things really seriously in terms of self-isolating, and it gives you a lot of gratitude for all the things that you can do in your daily lives that you can't do right now. I don't know that I have any novel, pun intended, information on this, but I do have a perspective that I thought would be worth sharing. So I am really into reading books about kids and toddlers and their psychology, and I love understanding or seeking to understand how these brains of just pure humanity at its rawest are refined and molded. There is something to be learned from that pure humanity, which I believe is ultimately good. So I listened to this amazing Audible book on Audible called The Great Courses. So it's by The Great Courses. It's called Scientific Secrets for Raising Children That Thrive. And I couldn't recommend it more. It's great. It's in the link. I'll put a link to it below. They shared this study that I found really interesting. They have these young children and they're going in to do a research experiment, and they don't think it started yet. And this guy walks by and drops some books, and pretty much all the kids just run out immediately to help the guy pick up the books. Of course, that's what they would do. That seems intuitive to me. And then one group of children after said, "Good job, you did great. Here is a cookie," or some type of reward that they knew the child would like, an explicit reward. And then another group of children said, "Oh, that was kind of you. You should be proud of yourself," and not given any explicit reward. And these same children were brought back again later. They were given the opportunity to help in a situation where nobody would notice, and they were able to understand or figure out by that there would be no explicit reward. There would be no cookie. And the children who'd been offered previously an explicit reward were far more likely to kind of look around and see, I'm not going to get anything from helping, so and decide ultimately not to run to help. While the children who had just been told to be proud of themselves or that what they had done was kind were far more likely to run out and help without even going through the mental process of whether or not they would be rewarded in any way for that. I read this, listened to this a long time ago, so I'm not remembering all of the details, but this was like a really well done study with all these supporting studies, control groups and all that stuff, is that this idea that you should be rewarded for doing good is really learned and not necessarily something that we are born with. So I guess I just want to appeal to that part of us that we see in very young children that hasn't yet learned that pro-social behavior should come with a reward, and say, even if no one is going to notice, be a silent hero. So there are a lot of things that you can do right now and things that you can refrain from doing right now that can make a real difference to the lives of people around you. I read that the virus can actually last for 3 to 4 days, can live for 3 to 4 days on plastic. Nobody will thank you or remember you or appreciate you washing your hands or you waiting a few days to get that thing online instead of just going out to buy it when you're eager to get it. But acting responsibly right now, you can save lives and you can make a real contribution to our economy and to our society as a whole. Thank you so much for listening. I'd love to hear some of the things that you guys are doing. If you want to use this platform to brag a little bit, please feel free to share, and please take care of yourself and your family and your community. Thank you so much.